right, let's get it on. I'm live from Cowboys training camp, Oxnard. Practice ended a couple hours ago. Then we had Mike Parsons take the podium and the great David Hellman of Fox Sports, who I have to wait for because he let me stay in his room, even though I'm the one who has the car. But I have to wait with my car for him to finish doing things, and then we can actually go do things. So I figured I'd empty my Cowboys Practice Notebook with you guys right here, and then Dave and I will most likely go live when we get back to the room with a full recap of the day with his help with me. So let us get into the notebook, and let me also tell you as I pull up my emails, because there is a thing in my email that I need to tell you about. And that thing is that my presence in this world is brought to you by my friends at BetOnline, the fastest and easiest way to wager on all your favorite sports, contests, and events with first-to-market odds and lines. Find reviews and news for every league, including Major League Baseball, NFL, NBA, NHL, combat sports, esports, even golf. Oh, yeah. Who stood out? I got you. Oh, it's coming to you. BetOnline continues to be the top online resource for all your sports information, from live in-game betting, props, and futures. Head to BetOnline today or use your mobile device to join today and make your first sports bet. Use the promo code BLEAV50, BLEAV50, and get your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, where the game starts. Okay. Jeffrey's Cowboy Notebook, as I try to hide in the corner from the media, because the media people scare me. 7:29. That would be today. Eddie says, light practice? Well, yeah, I mean, they're not wearing pads yet, so all the practices are fairly light. And it isn't necessarily all of that easy to, pull headlines out of it. So you just kind of observe the practice, you see what happens, and you pass on what you've seen, and then hopefully people want to hear about it. Offense had a better day moving the ball today, scoring in the red zone. Jordan with a good point. He says Vasher versus Joseph. That was a theme of the day. That was a theme of the day. Was TJ Vasher had a really nice day. Kelvin Joseph and he battle pretty consistently because it's the twos on the field together. And when the twos are out there, Vasher gets targeted a decent amount. He's a big old 6'6" receiver out of Texas Tech. And Kelvin Joseph is battling back, but I would say that Vasher won today, and that's great. One of the times that the Cowboys, the first team for the Cowboys on offense, went, they were going length of the field, 2 minutes left in the game, got a score to win. The drive went complete to CD down the middle for a big gain, tip at the line of scrimmage, but Noah Brown caught it on a slant, short throw to Simi Fehoko, short throw to Tony Pollard, and then a touchdown to CD Lamb. Bang, 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 bang. But because, again, it's camp, they're not wearing pads, they're not hitting people, Tank Lawrence on the last play would have sacked Dak. He won quickly and looked really good. Nice screen to Tony Pollard in red zone work that went for a touchdown. They were probably on the 15-yard line, maybe the 20. And they let it develop. They got it out to Pollard. He found a cutback. They blocked it up. Bang, bang. Tony Pollard looking good. Anthony Brown. Cornerback Anthony Brown is having a really nice start to camp. A couple of pass breakups today. One in the end zone for James Washington. Also made a nice play on CD Lamb running a jet sweep where he wasn't fooled by motion going the other way. CD gets the ball going this way. And so that was nice. That was nice for him. Anthony Brown's had a good day and a good camp, and he is. Mike McCarthy told us today that we need to talk nicer about him, us media people. I guess that means you fans too. So talk nicer about Anthony Brown. It doesn't look like there's a competition between Anthony Brown and Kelvin Joseph. Kelvin Joseph isn't getting first-team reps. He's the second-team left corner. When McCarthy was asked about Kelvin Joseph at the press conference, the first thing he talked about was how good he's been on special teams and competing with C.J. Goodwin. So, Anthony Brown's a starter on this team. It's just a matter of, if they wanted to find a way for Kelvin Joseph to play, then they would have to find a way to move him to the slot or Anthony Brown. But Anthony Brown's not going to be the one that's coming off the field. He's having a nice camp. Any news on the Vanilla Gorilla, Ridgeway, or Big Banana Bohanna? Haven't heard anything. They're both out here. Bohanna is a lot of the defensive tackles, are in danger right now because Chauncey Golston, number 99, is a defensive tackle now. He's listed on the roster as a defensive end, but he's clearly put on some weight, and he was running with The defensive tackles working in individuals with them, out there with Osa playing in the interior early in practice with some of the first team stuff. So your defensive tackles at the top of the depth chart are Neville Gallimore, Osa, Odighizuwa. Carlos Watkins is running with some third team. So what am I doing? 1 and 2. Bohana's in trouble. Ridgway's a fifth-round pick, so you have to imagine that he is going to make the team. Watkins, maybe, probably. Chauncey Golston, maybe, probably. Guy who can maybe play both of those spots. So guys like Bohana and Tristan Hill could be in trouble, or maybe Carlos Watkins in trouble. Maybe they'll keep one of those young guys, and the vet that they brought back, they'll feel good enough without him, and they'll let him go. TJ Vasher is trying to make the football team. Wide receiver out of Texas Tech, 6'6". He had a touchdown catch on Jordan Lewis when they were coming this way on the field. And red zone work, kind of going down the seam. He had a nice touchdown catch there, and he had the play of camp, catching a touchdown on Kelvin Joseph on a fade going the other direction, where he went up and got it with one hand, despite the fact that Kelvin Joseph was grabbing the hell out of him. Earlier in the drive, he was able to turn Kelvin Joseph around on a stop route for a pretty good gain. The play after that, Kelvin Joseph did break up a comeback to him in between there. So those guys are battling, Kelvin Joseph and TJ Vasher. But the dude is out here making plays. And CeeDee Lamb had a really nice one-hander, too, earlier in practice, coming across the field, kind of a toe tap one-hander, where I believe he was inbounds. So CeeDee's out here making plays. Vasher's out here making plays. Noah Brown, again, is out here making plays. Those are the guys that kind of consistently jump out. A bunch of the pass rushers are having their moments, whether it's Sam Williams, whether it's Dante Fowler. Dorrance still looks to be the actual starter at right defensive end, Dorrance Armstrong. But a lot of those guys, they're flashing out here. You got to get pads on them Monday, and then we'll see. Marquise Bell is getting a lot of run with second and third team. Same thing with Mukwamu. They're playing a lot of three safeties. There's been a lot of Donovan Wilson and Malik Hooker playing the actual safety roles, and Jaron Kearse playing as a linebacker, especially when Micah Parsons lines up to go rush. But he was playing with Parsons a little bit too. So there's going to be a lot of three safeties. There's going to be a lot of edge guys playing on the interior when it's second and third down and long. And I see the question, how did Turpin do? Cavante Turpin actually got into team stuff today for the first time, and they did break out the jet sweep, and it did work. He motioned from right to left. They snapped the ball. They handed it to him. He said, zoom. So Cavante Turpin is fast, and they got it to him. Multiple people asking about Nashawn Wright. Honestly, I haven't noticed him at all. So, because I guess when the second team goes in, I watch Kelvin Joseph. That's who I'm watching. So I'll have to keep an eye out tomorrow. That would be nice. Let me see what else we got here. Any other question? What is the most competitive position group? I like the way a bunch of these edge guys are looking. I like how competitive it is. You're not going to have Randy Gregory, obviously, but I think that they're going to be okay. Fowler looks good in pass rush situations. Dante Fowler. Sam Williams, boy, he is a nice athlete. He's a strong dude. He's got a little something going on. LVE, he should have had a pick today. He didn't haul it in. He should have had a pick today, but LVE's he's been the starter. He actually leads the linebacker group. It's funny. Micah Parsons seems kind of, before they get to team and 7-on-7 and all that stuff, Micah Parsons kind of looks bored. Like, Leighton Vander Esch goes first in every drill and kind of sets the tone. But I guess he's in a battle with Jabril Cox for a position. But like Leighton Vander Esch is like locked in and let's go. And Micah Parsons is kind of like, I'll go sixth, whatever. When are we going to go 7-on-7 and go live? Parsons is just ready for the good stuff. Hype me up on Jabril Cox. Talk to him after practice, and he seems like he's in a really good place. He's super healthy. Yesterday made a nice play in coverage in terms of tackling a running back for a short gain in space. Well, tackling. They're not tackling. But I think that'll be a nice battle. He's pushing to try to get a bunch of playing time. Did Vander Esch seem to avoid the wrath of Cowboys Nation and hate because of how good Parsons is and how bad Smith was? Probably. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I got to clear my throat, but I don't have a mute button, I don't think, while I'm live. So I'm not going to do it. I do want to thank my friends and sponsors who got me out here, which is the Ben and Skin Show on 97.1 The Eagle. If you live in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, Ben and Skin used to work at the Fan with me. I'm sorry for doing that. Now they're on 97.1 The Eagle. They're doing the best version of their show, honestly. They just have a whole bunch of fun. I'm on with them every day at 4:15, talking Cowboys Monday through Friday, but they're on from 2 to 5. So shout out to Ben and Skin. Thanks for getting me out here. Thanks for sponsoring the trip. And make sure that you're locked in there. If you're not in the DFW area, you can hear them on the iHeart radio app, and you're still getting great Cowboys talk, Mavs talk, all that stuff. Now, and my buddy Ziggy, oneandonlyziggy.com. Check it out. I tweeted on Instagram today what he did for me, my buddy Ziggy, oneandonlyziggy.com. ONE, not the number, oneandonlyziggy.com. He did a Doc Holliday ink on cardboard for me, and you can get artwork from him for like $36. It's badass. It's badass. So shout out to my guy Ziggy, oneandonlyziggy.com, and shout out to the Ben and Skin Show. I'm most interested. Wait, Boss Man will be just fine for all the Cowboy hater fans. Well, I mean, I guess it depends what you mean by just fine. He's going to watch the defense play. Oh, yeah, Vance. It's just, my allergies are always bad. And I've got this flavored water stuff because I've quit tobacco that I'm trying to, I just always have to be doing something. I got to add flavor to something. I got to eat a Jolly Rancher. And so all the different things that I'm doing just kind of linger, and it sucks. But we'll be okay. Jeffy talk different. Anyone look disappointing? No. I mean, both the left guards have had some struggles, but disappointing is a strong word. We're so early in camp. James Washington hasn't really done anything. He's out here starting. He's running with the ones, but James Washington hadn't really done anything. Anthony Brown's kind of been locking him up and batting down passes for him. So I'll be interested to see where does he start to excel when they put the pads on. But honestly, I think like TJ Vasher has had a better camp than James Washington, but he's not running with the ones. So we'll see. Is there the ability for other receivers to kind of move up and work with the first team if they feel like they're outperforming somebody over the course of camp? We shall see. And so that's that. And that is emptying my Cowboy notebook. Let me see if I have anything else. Hold on. Vasher. The jet sweep. Chauncey Golston is a defensive tackle now. A lot of the three safety looks. Oh, and Trayvon Diggs had an interception today, as usual. I believe it was Cooper Rush that he picked off. But, yeah, he sure did. He sure did. I got nothing else in my little notebook. What's up, Jeff? Love that my boys at the Eagle are looking out for you, my brother. Oh, yeah. Ben and Skin and KT and Christina, those are my homies. You should be listening to them from 2 to 5. They do good sports talk. They do good fun talk. And I'm on every day at 4:15. Any update on Hooker's play so far? I mean, he's out there with the first team every time. Honestly, the offense hadn't been going down the field a lot. So I have not seen Hooker stand out in any way, positive or negative. I'm expecting him to have a good season. But right now, they're not pushing the ball down the field a ton. And when they do, it tends to be on the sideline. Vance, appreciate you in the super chat, my friend. Any chance Vasher could have a Malik Turner impact this season? Maybe. I'm looking at it. So the Cowboys wide receiver, So the Cowboys wide receiver depth chart, right? Assuming Michael Gallup starts the season on PUP. The wide receiver depth chart is CeeDee Lamb, Jalen Tolbert, James Washington, Noah Brown. And honestly, I think Noah Brown has probably had maybe the second best camp out of the wide receivers so far. But either way, CD will be on the team. Noah Brown will be on the team. Jalen Tolbert will be on the team. James Washington's not guaranteed. He didn't make a bunch of money, and he hadn't made a big impact yet. And after those four, if Gallup is on PUP, you're looking at who's the fifth wide receiver. And I think the three names that would be fighting for that right now would be Cavante Turpin, little tiny fast man, TJ Vasher, giant man out of Tuck, and Simi Fehoko, who's had a relatively quiet camp too. So if you broke camp right now and had to go play, Turpin probably makes the team because he'll be on all your special teams and kind of gadgety. He can do those things. And if they kept six, I think it would be Vasher. I think that's who it would be. I think I'm accidentally zooming in on myself. What am I doing? All right. I can't see him go ahead and get a real swing tackle. It's dangerous. They do need to go get a swing tackle. And it won't be, or well, we'll see if it's a rookie, but Let's Go is not going to practice for a few days. And then they'll revisit how his shoulder is. So right now it's Josh Ball. That's the swing tackle. That's what you got. All right, team. Should be going live later at youtube.com/Jeff Cavanaugh. And from Dave Hellman's page, I believe, as well. So thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for keeping up with me. Shout out to my guys at Bet Online. Shout out to my guys at the Ben and Skin Show. Shout out to my guy Ziggy, one and only Ziggy.com. Have you paid attention to our D tackles? Well, no, because without pads, it's hard. You know? Like, edge guys can still win with speed. They can still win with a quick inside move where you can see what's going on. But guys not wearing pads on the interior, running into each other, it's hard to get a real feel. Like, Neville Gallimore looks great, body-wise. He looks great. Osa seems to be doing fine. Outside of that, it was cool seeing that Chauncey Golston's now a D tackle, but it's hard to see, like, is Ridgeway having good practices? I don't know. I mean, he's just in there. Is like the run game is so hard to judge until they put pads on. So on Monday, they'll put pads on. How does Zeke look? Zeke looks good. The best running back play today was a screen to Pollard, though, because he's just so freaking shifty and explosive. But Zeke looks good. Like, Zeke will be productive. Zeke will be good. If they can block, Zeke will be good. He looks good out here. All right. I love you guys. I'm going to get out of here. Get something to eat at some point. How are my mentals? Depends on the moment. But I would say being out here has been helpful. It's been nice to get away from the standard way that the world works. Although I will be missing 2 rec league sand volleyball games, and that's tough. That's my happy place. I love you guys. Thanks for hanging with me. Be out here at Cowboys camp for another, till August 7th. So you'll get stuff from me every day. I love that you guys are here with me. Remember, you have no idea what anybody's going through, so be cool to everyone. I love you. Bye.